Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Sport. And today we have the Barnes and Tony Show. Renee from the couch.
Yeah, baby.
It's a Cumberland Farms Tuesday. How you doing over there, Tony?
Yeah, I'm doing all right today, dude. What's up?
We want to see it. History in the
You
making.
want to see it? History in the making,
The live
dude?
sip of the Cumberland Farms iced French vanilla.
All right. Let's see what we got going on here. We got iced French vanilla.
So-
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, actually, you tell me. So how do the exact ingredients in your donut and coffee?
All right, so I do medium hot typically, right? But this is iced today, totally fine. French vanilla, light and sweet, almond milk.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't even go light and sweet. Sometimes just almond milk and sugar, like not
Okay.
light and sweet, depending on how I feel.
This one, we went light cream and French vanilla flavoring. So no sugar packets.
So no sugar,
no
no
because-
almond milk,
no
regular milk,
cream, yep.
cream, and then it's like a syrup, vanilla syrup.
It's vanilla syrup, which let's see it.
All right, dude, here we go. So I gotta ask Brian.
Yep.
Like what like the lid here.
Lawsuit.
What's the deal?
Well, my whole thing is I think they had a bunch of these cups, over-ordered them, and then needed new lids. And I think they're planning on rolling out new cups, but they didn't run out of cups yet. So using the old cups, and hence the lid doesn't fit right. I know I jammed that one to the top, but I feel like there is a problem with the cup.
Does anyone complain? Have you talked to anyone about this?
Just you, actually. And then Renee is a witness, innocent bystander.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So here we go, dude.
Tony going in for it. I want to hear the live reaction of the Cumberland Farms bold flavor, French vanilla, light cream, no sugar packets.
I mean, look. There's no sugar in it, so obviously it's not gonna be sweet or anything. Right. I mean, I guess it's not horrible,
right?
But it's like I don't know. The coffee is like, I mean, donut and coffee just tastes better for sure.
And you don't think it has anything to do with the syrup?
No, I think it does have a lot to do with the syrup.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, and I don't get a lot of vanilla.
Right.
I will say.
I mean, I kind of just did it quick. Didn't
couple
want to
pumps, dude. How many
it.
pumps did you do? 2 pumps?
Probably 2 pumps.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, you know, Donut Inn has like their roast is vanilla. Like they don't throw syrup in there.
Right.
So I mean, which is fine. You know that there's syrup, but it's just not. Not that great, dude.
Black, dude.
That's craziness. Just what Manny got today from Donut Inn. We got some. I'll start off with Josh B, the company prez says.
Let's go.
Brian's got that in the bag on this Tuesday. Then Kev Do says, as always, Mets
suck as always, Tony.
That is his go-to, dude. Thank you for the coffee, though, Brian.
Oh yeah. I hope you're able to get through it alive, Tony.
I think I will, dude. It's just the coffee.
They'll grow on you.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, who really enjoys the taste of coffee? Honestly, dude.
Yeah, and it's funny too because I honestly struggled initially, with the black coffee, especially from Cumbies. But then when we were talking with Michael, the fasting, which I'm doing every day, till 12, basically, and you're like, dude, well, coffee can't have milk. So I just for that, I wanted to try it, and then I'm kind of used to it. And my homemade I drink is black anyway, so it's not, you know what I mean? It's like when it really comes down to it, don't need the cream or the milk. And Josh B and Kev Do, are you guys coffee drinkers? Let's hear what your go-to is.
Hot, cold, medium.
Yeah, hot, cold. I'm sure
almond
there's a
milk.
good spot in
Have
New
you
York.
tried almond milk in your coffee at all?
Love it.
right? So
Love it.
good, dude.
But I don't even want regular milk.
Because
Get
you
away
really
from me.
don't, dude. Because it adds a little bit of sweetness.
Yes.
And it's just milk,
Donut
dude.
delight, Tony.
I know the donut delight, dude.
But you know what? I just
Never
could
been.
you explain something to me? Because I feel like this
We
is
got-
part of, like an Italian dinner. I know it's a little different. I know after dinner it would never be served in this form. I get that, Tony. But why are like coffee places why is it so rare that they have an iced cappuccino?
An iced cappuccino.
Yeah, it's like always hot. And then Donut Delight tries to tell me that they can't do it, but yet they have iced coffee. I'm going home and I'm putting ice in a Yeti and pouring the hot cappuccino in there. What's the big deal? I don't get it. And Salzburg Passeterry, which is in New Canaan and Stanford, nice delicatessen. They have the ice cappuccino, but I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. I don't even know any places off the top of my head.
But I guess you might be the wrong person to ask though, because you don't like really iced coffee. I feel like.
I mean, not that I don't like it, but I mean, certainly, I think of like an after dinner coffee as a cappuccino, and I would never get an iced one after dinner. You know?
Right.
But Kev by the way, says hot Bustelo, dude. The nice Bustelo, light and sweet with cream when I'm home. But at work, I drink my coffee black. Interesting, dude.
And hot Bustelo light, what does that mean?
Bustelo's is a company. Like
a coffee company?
Like it's like a fancy Folgers, I guess you could say.
Okay. But they have a pop-up shop, or that's just
no. It's just like you've definitely seen the this is it.
I actually don't. I haven't.
You've seen this before?
No. But my dad always growing up used to go chock full of nuts or Folgers in the can.
Chock full of nuts. Yeah. My parents, they always they're really into their coffee. Now my mother does an espresso machine, goes nuts about it, but they used to percolate their coffee.
Now, Nespresso or like a similar thing, but not actually Nespresso. You know, that's like the brand.
No, it's actually the brand Nespresso.
And do you ever have it when you're there?
Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, that's all that's
no?
being served now in my house.
Enjoy it?
Once there's a crowd, I do enjoy it.
Yeah,
because they have some good pod. They have like the vanilla. They have like the different colors. Purple is the highest. My dad has like 4 purples in his fucking coffee.
I thought blue or blue is supposed to be the ice, and then purple is the highest. That's what it is. Because my sister in Chokri, they have it. When I was down there, I'm sure you could imagine just going nuts. Like I must have probably averaged about 5 of those like heavy ones a day.
Oh God, dude, it's crazy.
Shots.
My mother does this thing. I don't really understand it, but she like puts cream, like a little bit of cream, however she would put it in her coffee,
right,
with sugar, stirs it up, microwaves it for like 15 seconds, and then Nespresso has it pour in, stirs it up. And there's some weird thing. It's like the cup the Nespresso cups are clear, so like you see a layer of different colors. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. It's fucking crazy.
I
dude.
actually, I know.
There's like 3 colors because then like I guess like the cream ends up sitting on top.
Okay.
So it's super light on top, and then it goes medium, and then it goes dark on the bottom. Very impressive.
And you know what I liked about that, because it was nice, because Sam doesn't usually get to have cappuccino because she has her dairy allergy. But you do it homemade, and you can warm up like almond milk and then do the cappuccino that way. And I honestly thought it was great. Like almond milk is a theme. I know.
Wow. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We have some comments too. Some towards you, by the way.
Yeah, what do we got?
At you, even. But Josh B says, I'm not a coffee drinker because it's more coffee with my sugar. I do like coffee hot only, but I avoid it for the most part. I drink it rarely, he says. And he says, Brian, what is happening? Never heard of Bustelo? LOL.
Now,
I mean, what do you think,
I guess I'm just slow on this. What does he mean about the coffee with my sugar?
I think it's because he puts so much sugar in coffee to be able to drink it that it's more like I have a cup of sugar with coffee in it, And
you, because that kind of like makes me think of this, like, so you just can't do the black iced.
That's what he's saying, I think.
No, I'm asking you because
I could get through it,
but you don't. Very rare,
or yeah. Well, I don't have to. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. But if you were gonna have it black, would you rather have it iced or hot?
I guess hot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Renee, can you get through a black coffee?
Yeah, I have every day almost I do black.
Oh, really? Well, it's always hiding in your Yeti, so I don't know, what that is, specifically.
I like black coffee.
Because then sometimes it's an herbal tea, But do you feel like, because I feel like for me, it grew on me. Like at first I thought it was like I'm spitting it out almost, and now it's like no big deal.
You gotta start off with ice.
Yeah. No, that's what I was just saying. Yeah. And then so But do you get donut in or no? And what do you get from there?
I get French vanilla with a splash of almond milk.
Okay.
Sugar.
I feel like Michael does that too, or no?
No, he does almond milk with 2 sugars.
But with not French vanilla?
French vanilla.
Okay, yeah. I feel like you guys have been on the French vanilla
Oh,
train
yeah.
for a while. Yeah.
100%.
It is good. It is good, I guess. It's just like I just try to avoid the extra, like what Josh B is saying, the extra coffee in my sugar,
Yeah, dude. But
No, I was just copying. He said that. So credit to Josh B and the company on that one, Tony.
by the way, Josh B says that is correct about the coffee thing. I drink it with espresso milk, but like 10 sugar packets, way too much. That's too much, dude. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, that actually is nuts. Do we have breaking news over there, Tony?
No. It's actually funny. I think this is Josh. I don't have the number saved, but he sent me maybe it's Kev do. But he sent me a photo of the Cafe Bustelo pods.
Oh wow.
You see that, dude? Right in
But
his.
now is it supposed to be a premium coffee?
Yeah. So they have like talk about premium. Yeah, so it's like Italian roast. I think they have espresso
like
too. You
Lavazza.
could get, dude. Oh, who?
Lavazza? Lavazza?
That sounds familiar. Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I looked at it, Kev, do I knew it, dude. Lavazza coffee.
Yeah.
CGA.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. This seems kind of like a little bootleg. Oh, well, it seems kind of fancy. $18.95 Italian espresso. Yeah, I guess it is kind of like a Lavazza, dude. I've never seen this one, I don't think, before though. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's the coffee.
You
Bustelo,
know,
dude, check it out.
And the thing is, I know you like coffee just as much as me,
Yeah, sure.
but you don't think so?
No, yeah. I mean, I think maybe you like it more.
But I mean, I thought you were with me.
I'm with you.
Your student says Ryan McNeil says try coffee with a splash of Jaeger before the episode.
Before next episode, Ryan, that sounds crazy. Dude.
That sounds like something we could do on a Friday,
Yeah.
like a golfing Friday.
I'd rather do like Sambuca.
Yep,
You know?
that was always a big Tony Soprano thing. Sambuca tone.
Yeah, dude. I a little espresso with a side of Sambuca after dinner.
Bailey's too or no?
In the coffee or just on the rocks? You're talking
Either
about?
way.
On the rocks for sure. It's a beautiful dessert drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like a mortal sin to have it in coffee, apparently, for you, Tony.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I've never had that before. In
You
coffee,
really?
Bailey's and
No,
coffee.
but that's like a common thing.
I mean,
That's why Bailey's
I've-
is made. It's not made to have separately. Like, yes, people do, but the whole point of it was to mix it with coffee.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that the point?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I probably have done it before, but I mean,
Right.
I don't get if
Why such a party foul, though?
Well, I just feel like if I'm at a restaurant, you go the higher end espresso Sambuca,
Okay.
like that just really slaps.
I guess
you know?
I haven't really had that. But, like what I was getting at is me, coffee, anything, I'm going to, especially good quality.
How about an Irish coffee, dude?
I've had it. Very good.
Jameson in there, dude.
Very good.
I
Yeah.
think there's a Jamaican coffee too. I forget what's some type of rum maybe that's in there.
No, I love that. I
Love
love
it.
that.
Amazing,
but
dude.
what I was actually asking before, I think I got distracted with what I was saying. Are you average at 2 a day or no?
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say I'm just 2,
Mhm.
probably 85% of the time.
And then if it's not, the other 15% is more than 2 or less than 2.
No, it would be 3,
So more. than
most
2.
likely, and then maybe the 2-3 percentile of like 1.
When's the last time you've gone a day without drinking coffee?
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, very. It's just like I don't know.
Even on the weekends, though, like even like a Sunday morning, you have a cup of coffee, or a Saturday morning,
Yeah,
like, you still do
it's so
coffee.
annoying because like how I am with the value with the coffee, and I was in a very good routine, homemade cold brew, just Cumbies. That's it. Not open my wallet, spending $15 at Starbucks a day, and then I tried donut. That seemed like it was a really good sip. So I had Donut Delight one time, Tony, and now I have to get Donut Delight Saturday, Sunday.
Really, you go out for coffee
and it's
Saturday
so
and
it's
Sunday.
like the cappuccino is like $5.
Are we talking like 5 first thing in the morning, Sir Zeal, or like?
No. Well, unless I'm golfing first thing in the morning, but typically, maybe 9 o'clock or something.
Okay,
What do we
that's
got
not
here?
bad. So we have Josh B, by the way, savage saying Jaeger, my shot of choice. Crazy shot of choice. but good for you. And then we have Kev do, by the way, say, I like a cup of coffee and an English muffin around 8 p.m. to settle down and relax. That sounds really nice. English muffin. I like my English muffin super toasted, almost like borderline on the burnt side. You know, super toasted, little butter, little jelly, dude.
There you go.
Real nice, dude. Lonnie comes in. So let's go, guys. Yankees stink. Mets smack the Cubs. Shot of the company. And he goes $15 a day on coffee.
Now,
whoa,
Lonnie, I don't know if he's told us, but if you could tell us, Lonnie, are you a coffee guy? Where do you get it from? Are you $15 at Starbucks a day? Fill us in on that. Yanni.
Also,
Josh B.
Josh B says, cup of coffee with Ritz crackers. Amazing, dude.
A late night bagel
goes hard, says Ryan.
And I just saw this because I saw these guys from Philly that, I don't know, they do sports picks and stuff. And they were talking about Lightning. I guess it's a coffee brand. Have you ever had that or heard of it?
Never.
I think it's expensive, but supposedly it's like
really
Campbell. Yeah.
I will say though, speaking of like, do you dunk in the coffee, dude? Do you ever dunk?
People get
big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah, actually, no. But no? I feel like I could do a donut in hot chocolate. But I don't usually. I'm saying I could get through it, but for a coffee, it doesn't make sense. But I do like having it at the same time. I think it's a good flavor combo.
That is. I dunk, and I will tell you too. When I was a young age, I didn't drink coffee, but for some reason, I really enjoyed dunking like a Milano, like Pepperidge Farm Milano cookies in my mother's coffee and eating them.
Milanos, I used to get tired. Like I loved Milanos. Okay,
you don't like it now? What?
But it's just they don't give you enough. And then I always used to get yelled at for eating the whole box. But it's like they don't tell me they give you enough, and just like one of those little cute little Pepperidge Farm, it's not enough. We're talking about having a slice, Tony. That's like having a quarter of a slice, the whole box.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I kind of liked it because they used to like. Yes, they're in the big bag thingy, but then each big bag thingy had the individual like wrap.
But I'm saying you're telling me you would. Oh yeah, I'll have two.
There's
no such thing as
three.
Two.
I'd have like three or four, dude.
Two though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's like 20 cookies in that box, dude. Come on.
There's not 20.
15?
I feel like 7, 8.
Stop. No. What do you buy? I buy the actual bag.
Yeah, I wouldn't even buy them that much. But I'm saying
dude.
If I was ever presented with one, it would be tough. Coffee with bow tie. There we go.
Coffee.
I like that. I like that combo. Donuts are so good. It's so annoying that they're so
dude.
bad for you.
I know,
it's so
dude.
annoying.
I can a nice French Crella, dude. Last donut?
Yeah.
Must have been from Donut Inn, chocolate glazed.
How often, like per week, we talking donut?
2 or 3 times, maybe two.
It's just like
times,
one donut.
2 times, let's say. Yeah, just the one.
How annoying is it though? Sometimes someone will like you meet with somebody or whatever, and then they'll like leave you a dozen donuts, and then like it's there all day, and you end up having 5.
Yeah, it is,
and then it feels great the next day.
I mean, you love it, dude, and it's just like, especially the more I would be like, oh, let me have a cup of coffee, donut. Oh, it's kind of like afternoon, a little tired, cup of coffee, donut.
Yeah,
so ridiculous.
Lonnie going with Dunkin', which is interesting. Don't hear that.
Dunkin's a big mistake. Dude. Dunkin' sucks. Talk about no love.
Dunkin' or Cumbies.
I mean, I suppose that it matters what Dunkin' you go to.
Dunkin' or Cumbies.
I don't know. That's tough. I haven't had like. I mean, you make this at Cumbies, right?
Yeah.
I will say Dunkin'. I mean, they have the cup down at least. Okay, with the fucking lid that stays on it. I mean, look at this. He says he's never had Starbucks coffee. Starbucks is overrated. You don't really need Starbucks.
It's not bad though.
It's definitely not bad.
Overpriced.
Overpriced. I will say the product though, some of their products is pretty good. I mean, their hot chocolate's really good.
And when they go whipped cream on the cappuccino,
whipped cream or caramel maybe.
Because
what's the donut place out there again? Place fucking rocks.
Oh, he's talking about Donut Delight, Lonnie. You
Donut
just missed.
Inn, dude.
No. He because he was talking about Donut Delight because he used to get it when he used to do his deliveries. And
really?
stuff.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Positive.
Yeah, he hasn't 100%? Had Donut Inn.
All right, I don't know. Maybe he did.
He's gonna say that. They had both at the minimum.
Totally must have had a bad experience at Dunkin'. I will tell you, I had. Yeah, dude. First of all, yes, I've had many bad experiences. First of all, the Dunkin' Donuts by Sacred Heart, which is the one I would go to when I was a student. Absolute fucking shit show. Because obviously, they get pretty packed with all the Sacred Heart students that want Dunkin'. And they're just like totally incompetent. Not only does it take a half hour to get your coffee, most of the time it's wrong. And I feel like that the mistakes that are made at Dunkin', high percentage anywhere else, in terms of coffee.
I do hear that.
And also they just don't make it right. Like, and it's like, do I have to specifically like really tell you the amount of ounces I need of like milk in there? Because they always blow it. They blow it. So, and sometimes like where do you like get off, honestly? And like sometimes they hand me a cup of coffee, like a large iced coffee. And when I tell you, Brian, it is milk, it is milk.
So you're basically like anti-milk at this point.
No. Again, like
moderation.
You go by color. That's color is good. Perfect color.
No, I swear to God, I actually started like going lighter on the cream just because of you. Because like you made fun of me when I had a time or two.
Dude,
no, but tell me though, I guess you don't really do like to make your own coffee thing, but you've never like made coffee and then like you put in what you think is not that much, and then the color is way lighter than you thought. I guess I know you're usually getting it done in, and I guess so you're not really making your own coffee that much. Or you are, it's in a mug, then that's room for milk. So I feel like it's just different with iced coffee. You don't get that.
It is, but I don't get that.
Yeah.
But I will say, dude, it's no good at Dunkin'. Some more comments here. Kev Dude says French Crella, best donut ever made. I mean, it's hard to beat that. It really is. Lonnie confirms yes, delight. Thanks WB for listening. Shame on you, Tony. I thought you loved me. I do. Don't.
I can't
delight.
believe you, like amnesia. You don't remember Lonnie saying that
in Metra?
No, talking about.
What did you say, Mitra?
No, amnesia.
Oh, amnesia.
You don't remember him saying when he used to do his deliveries that he had donut delight?
No, I don't remember that. Honestly,
okay,
dude.
Well, I mean, I usually remember small details like that.
Well, you fucking love Donut Delight, so of course you remember that. Donut Delight, being whoa, dude.
But I mean, it's the same thing for you guys in Donut Inn.
Yeah, exactly. If he had mentioned Donut Inn, I probably would have remembered that.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I
used to have a teacher, Mr. McKee, who I know is watching somewhere, and it's funny. You would think I wouldn't get along with him, big Red Sox fan, but actually one of the nicest guys, best teachers I've ever had. This is a math teacher. And he, at one point, he said he toned it back, but he was still having 7-8 cups a day, dead serious.
What?
And he's like, yeah, when it gets to the point where, like, you're custom ordering the beans from Colombia, I swear to God, he was twitching out. It was like the most ridiculous thing. Me and my friends always have a good chuckle. Great guy, though. Great guy.
When is like you were still in high school when this was
it's
happening?
like junior in high school or something. It's so funny.
When did you start drinking coffee? You drinking coffee in high school?
No, it was college.
Yeah,
and actually, you know what I was gonna say too. So I was like, just because I had a point where, because Dunkin' is right next to the office, I was having 3 hot coffees from there a day, large. And I'm just like, I'm spending all this money. 3 is ridiculous. Like, I want to just cut it off, try doing tea. And I was all set in it, hadn't had coffee for 4 or 5 months. And then some rep from a distributor came in and left us the box of donuts that I talked about, the evil dozen donuts.
Dude, there we go.
And then 2 iced coffees. My dad wasn't in. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just drink the coffee. No big deal. Had both largest, tweaked out, Tony, and then never stopped drinking coffee since.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's a crazy story.
You know what else is crazy, Tony? That
Lonnie?
Well, no, as men.
No. Lonnie,
no,
Lonnie's obviously talking.
I know.
Mad shit over here. Lonnie. He goes, are you fucking nuts, Brian? He says 3 hot coffees a day and all large.
Well, I was going to say, too, that New York baseball is so bad that we have to talk about coffee for 20 minutes. Isn't that crazy? I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it.
Right.
But I can't believe we've reached that point.
Speaking of, talking about not sports and Lonnie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw.
I drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
Ask
He's
Tony
like, dude,
that.
drinking water. He's been high on the water.
More
high on the water,
water,
dude. Yeah, honestly, now at this point, dude, ridiculous.
Yanni, I would say, I know I said Yanni, but I said it purposely. Yanni. I would say I have at least 5 32-ounce Yetis of water a day, and that's keeping it light. So, what were you gonna say?
I think Prefer commented on screen time. I think.
No way.
Yeah, dude, and he was under the like a pseudonym of Yanni. I don't know if you saw it, dude.
Did you see? Okay, but does that at least? I did see it, and I thought that was Lonnie playing a joke.
I thought it was too at first, but the picture looked like really fugazi. I could get it off the internet.
So, has your position on Prefer changed in terms of like being a weirdo or somebody we know, or no?
I mean, I don't know. The dude is from the city,
but he says that he could be from Connecticut.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's one thing. I mean, it really depends on. Yeah, all right, yeah. Lonnie wants someone to steal my fake name. Yeah, dude. So, I know. I gotta try to see if I can pull it up, dude. It was deep into the episode. I think I should have wrote it down. I'll try and see if I can get this for. Oh, okay. We got a comment right here. Wow, can't believe I found it, dude. This is sick. All right, so this is gonna get a little. Yeah, dude. He says troll, hack, quack.
Wow.
So let's see. Oh, where am I? Yanni, I'm gonna get a fucking. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, dude. Get to the bottom of this, dude.
I don't even know who you are.
I think it's like a preferred thing. Yeah, dude. Here we go. So there we go, Yanni.
But so what do you what do you think?
I mean, again, it depends. Lonnie, obviously, I mean, it's him who he's kind of, I suppose, impersonating. But it's, I mean, the hashtag rep the company too. I mean, they take that pretty seriously, to impersonate.
So you're thinking basically based on that, I think you're saying that prefers a random weirdo that we don't know. And he just copies
dude.
everything. He's just obsessed with us for whatever reason.
I mean, it's one thing to impersonate, me or someone like, we use like Mrs. Guilfoyle, like one of my teachers. I was talking about during a story. That's funny. But now, like, he's kind of
Eugene Ganello.
Eugene Ganello, funny. But now he's like trying to impersonate like another person he really wouldn't know.
Yeah. But you know how you know that he's a loser and that he's taking it too far?
Go on.
You don't know what I'm going to say?
Well, that he's not showing up right now.
Well, no, he probably is watching too, rat. But Renee got pissed that one time. I forgot.
Renee's pissed. Right?
There was something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it was. I guess it was during the horseshoe or something.
Prefer. Renee got pissed at Prefer.
I forgot what. Oh, man, I feel like Mike would remember. I swear to God, you're like, Prefer. Are you fucking kidding?
Wow, dude.
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago either. We need Michael to confirm this.
Well, he's tight too. Duping my last name there too, right? He goes, what a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Is he wearing a fucking Mets hat too? What a fucking loser, dude. I think is that not a picture of you? What's that picture of? Lonnie, now you can't see.
Wait, and then Yanni is actually a famous Greek pianist.
You didn't know that? My mother's a big fan of Yanni.
Oh, okay.
He's got the flow, the mustache.
No, I didn't know that.
All right, dude.
Yeah. Well,
so what, is that like? I wonder if that's him. Like, is that a picture? I don't know where I got that photo from.
I don't know, but I'm just annoyed about it. I really am.
Yeah, no, dude, you should be. I mean, it is kind of like, again, like to do that to someone else. Now it's like, you're impersonating me or Brian, whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny. It could be. But it's like, dude, now like you're bringing Lonnie into this. Like, he's getting kind of tight, dude.
I think he is.
He said, "Hell no, that ain't me. Come on, dude. I don't know. It's a small picture from far away." Lonnie,
and while we're complaining about things, and I know I mentioned this to you yesterday. So as I said, weather completely cleared up yesterday. Easily could have had the golf tournament, Tony. Got 18 in, the full 18 at the course on the street. But yeah, we had to cancel the golf tournament.
At least you golf though.
Yeah, but Tony, the food, the drinking, you know what I mean? All that was ripped away.
Yanni.
It's ridiculous.
How ridiculous is that? That's what he looks like.
It is. It is ridiculous.
Kind of ridiculous, dude.
But tell me that's not an outrage.
Yeah, dude, that is an outrage. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because obviously the tournament takes a lot to organize. It takes a lot to cancel too. Like we think about all the people involved in terms of canceling it. They have to kind of call it ahead of time.
But they've never called it before. That was always said rain or shine, and then all of a sudden,
really, dude?
You know what? You know who I'm blaming? I'm blaming these dumb weather people because they definitely said this is going to be the craziest rainstorm we've ever seen.
Yeah,
like please fire every single weather person. And I honestly think what we need at this point is Debbie Duhane to get into the weather because I know I made the mistake first. Lonnie yelled at me.
Yeah,
but if she could get into weather, we know she would bring it to us straight. Straight facts.
Yes,
not the embellishments. As Jay is already drinking and saying the drinking, Brian. New York.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that just annoyed me. And then to top it off, Tony, like yesterday, crazy day, thinking about a bunch of stuff. First off the tee, flubbed it. Not flubbed it, I guess. Lined it off of a tree right into the water.
Right.
Opening double bogey, tough to recover. Had to scramble for 93.
Okay, but still.
Last time I played that course, 80 though. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's
pretty tough,
pretty
dude.
Beat. But last four went birdie, bogey, par.
That's pretty sick.
To salvage it.
Yeah, that's a good salvage.
Yeah.
Very impressive, dude.
But would have been nice for the tournament. Maybe we could have won. Could have won a prize, you know?
Would have been nice. Yes. Would have been.
Can we let Jay be the weather guy?
Jay says, can I be yeah, absolutely, Jay. But you got to come in we're talking daily, dude. I mean, I guess you really could stream from your apartment, but I mean, we got come in studio, we got the green screen here, literally a perfect weatherman, you know?
I got you.
And then Lonnie says, Jay wants to be Mr. G for DTV. I guess so. Wow, Jay Burris says 6 a.m. weather, dude. I'll come in the studio 6 a.m. do weather with you. Absolutely, dude.
And he says,
Star
on Channel 11?
I don't know who that's.
But is she part of the company, Lonnie?
No, I think Channel 11, it's got to be Pix 11, right? There's no, I mean, I don't know. Star Channel 11? Yeah. Jay says whether people need a reality check. You know, I think he's right, dude. Because I understand, I mean, I don't know, dude. First of all, look at the world we live in. Right. You know, cars that drive themselves. Right. Okay. Right. Planes, autopilot, trains across the country, whatever, dude. Holographic Tupac performing. You tell me we can't accurately predict the weather for the next day?
It's a scam.
That's bullshit.
No, you know what else I was actually talking about? Oh, by the way,
dude.
and I deserve a round of applause for this. I was telling you, about how my Garrett Cole jersey was dirty from the burger that I supposedly had at the Yankee game.
You did have one.
Got the shout after I picked up dinner last night. Came out perfectly, which was great. So nice. We have a nice clean jersey now, which is nice. But it made me think. I think there is collusion between the people that make these stain removers and detergent. How is the detergent not good enough to get out the stain already?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the science behind it, Brian, but
Renee,
it does sound kind of fishy, right?
No, but you get what I mean, though?
Right.
Why do we need something else to take out a stain when the whole point of detergent is to clean clothes? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever used Shout before?
No.
I just changed detergents because I just found out that Tide, Arm & Hammer, and another detergent have been banned in New York because of a certain chemical level that causes cancer or linked to.
Oh, okay.
I use Arm & Hammer. So I saw the graph. It was insane.
Wow.
So I just bought this natural detergent.
Do you really believe that it does cause cancer, Renee?
I believe it has an
insane
high chemical amount. And chemicals are dangerous for you.
Right.
I think life causes cancer.
It's tough though, because I just feel like.
Would you just say before that?
Life causes cancer.
Causes
that's
cancer.
what I was gonna say. Everything can be linked. So at the end of the day, are we supposed to, put on a mask and sit in a paper box?
Yeah. No, thank you. I mean, I remember right. But I just feel like people. I don't know, man. I mean, I remember growing up, and I feel like every other year. It was like, coffee causes cancer,
conditioner.
Dude. Oh, you want to eat eggs?
Sunscreen.
Only eat the egg whites. The yolk has fat in it. And then the next year, eat the yolks. The fat's good for you.
Preservatives. You have to get organic vegetables, Tony.
Dude. Oh, organic means $10 more.
Driving causes cancer.
Yeah. Golf causes cancer.
Nope. Nobody said that. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover as our intro here. But a nice solid half-hour plus.
Oh, wow.
Coffee, laundry detergent.
I'm I like Josh B. Says screens and dopboards. He goes Luis Rojas style. LMAO.
Oh my god.
And then Lonnie says I have to change my display for the quacks, dude. I think Lonnie's a little worried, dude, looking over his shoulder.
Yeah,
now,
prefer. You're a rat.
That's what I mean, dude. Like now you're making him feel uncomfortable. Not cool. Jay Bird says Renee's got her tinfoil hat on this AM, dude. Love it.
There we go.
Love that Jay's tuning in, dude.
Love it. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
Pujols hits one in, instinct to left, it's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Skip.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So what do you know? Another disappointing loss last night for the New York Yankees to a 4th place Chicago White Sox team that is now 22 games under 500. The Yankees now sit at 3 games over 500. So yeah, it's a tough feeling. We were just talking about how big it would be with the upcoming road series, with playoff teams, that being the Marlins and the Braves. If you were somehow able to sweep this game, the fact that you had your ace in Garrett Cole on the mound, of course, you felt decently, good about that. And he did his job. But once again, the offense didn't. And then I think the joke of all jokes, and I'm going to be the first one to say, I agree with the ridiculousness of the strike zone. But the Aaron Boone performance imitating Las Diaz was one of the most embarrassing things, Tony, that I have ever seen since I was watching baseball. Drawing the strike zone, imitating his strike call.
Wait, really?
Pull it up. This is one of those like John Boy video breakdowns we need here.
All right. So,
Aaron Boone loses it.
let's see if I just Aaron Boone gets ejected in the 8th 11 hours ago.
Just pull that up.
I'm pulling it up.
Just gotta make a quick call.
Oh yeah. All right, so MLB Film Room, stand by. Gonna have a couple ads here because MLB Film Room, about that, dude. Let's see. Share this tab instead. This is actually pretty interesting. I didn't realize Aaron Boone. And honestly, dude, like, I know Aaron Boone is like kind of known now to be like protecting his players, but I mean, I feel like 2 ejections ago, it was just kind of crazy. Like it was just like give me a freaking break here. So I guess let's take a look at it while Brian's not here. I am sure. Let's just pull me in a different way. Yeah, here we go. Kev. All right, let's play it here. So what you're going to be seeing, right? Looks like we have Anthony Volpe at the plate here. Gets a strikeout here. Sinker, that's in the zone. 95 in the zone. Obviously, he seems pretty upset about it. Aaron Boone yelling, "What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm Aaron Boone. I don't do anything as a manager, so I have to yell and get ejected." So he gets ejected immediately, and I guess this is him yelling, and here he is yelling and pointing now. This is after he's been ejected.
Yes, getting his money's worth.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Sporting a very nice watch. Comes down here. Oh.
I'm not really good on the lip reading, but when I was watching this live, I want to say there were 6-7 F-bombs at least from Aaron Boone on this one.
I don't know though, Brian. I mean, look at the
oh
pitch.
no. So he did that out of frustration, that one. But if you
go back to the game,
highlights of the calls, but it's consistently 2 inches off the plate, up, out, calling it every single time. So he was consistent about it. But at this day and age where we have this technology, I don't know how we let stuff like that go on. And then it almost makes me feel like that I am in favor of the automatic strike zone because it's not a strike. It's not consistent with what the other umpires do. And it has nothing to do with blaming the loss on that. They lost because their offense was pathetic. I get that. But this didn't help.
It definitely didn't help, dude. But I will say, I mean, I don't know, dude. I know it's kind of tough because if you're really that egregious about missing these strike calls, I mean, I feel like you got to. I mean, I guess it's tough because umps, I suppose, don't really ever get a break. But I mean, like I feel like the third base or the first base umpire has to be like, "Yo, like, what are you like? You got, what are you doing?"
But and the thing is,
like the other umpires definitely see this.
No, they see it, and also, I mean, there's statistics that they show you before the game of where the umps call strikes and stuff. So it's like MLB's fully aware of this, and I know he's like 29 years in, and so is Angel Hernandez. And there's been lawsuits, and I'm sure all of that plays into it. But it's a joke. It's a joke. You can't pay somebody, Tony, to call the game wrong. And I guess, David Cohn, who was on the call last night, was saying that that's old school umpiring where, especially if there's 2 strikes, that he's going to call 2 inches outside on the corner if it's middle, but it's not a strike.
Right.
So I don't know. Does it make any sense to you, Tony?
To have
2 inches every time, consistent, but not a strike, calling it every time.
I mean, I don't know. 2 inches just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
It does seem like it's one thing if it's touching the corner or if you're giving like an inch. Because I mean, I think 2 inches again, like anything that egregious starts to become almost close to unhittable and not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're being consistent, though, I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit less. It's not as bad if you're being consistent, if you ask me. Just because that's just the way it's calling the game. If you're a batter, step up, step closer to the plate, crowd the plate a little bit more.
Yeah.
Try and reach for the pitches then.
But what about
you
the
know?
thought? And Josh B agrees with me saying these guys should not have a job in the MLB. They ump like it's a middle school game, which he's right about. But we have the technology to show where we are getting things wrong.
Right.
So how, MLB, they're employing Las Diaz. So we can't like reprimand him and tell him that he can't call the game like this.
Right.
Why is this allowed?
No, yeah, you're right on that end. I mean, it should not be allowed from the get-go. And again, I think I think these umpire crews have to be held a little bit more accountable because I mean, it just happens too much.
Right.
It really does happen too much. And it's not, the charade of getting thrown out. I mean, I understand if it's something that maybe is one bad call, but to see it, like you said, happen throughout the game, I mean, it is starting to affect the outcome, heavily. So it's like, you kind of have to figure it out, but there has to be some type of I don't know, in-game. I understand it's hard. I don't know, man. I mean, and you obviously, I know you at a low level, but if you were to call, like, let's say there was a pitch 2 inches off the plate, called it a strike, do you then say to yourself, like, all right, like I'm going to be calling that all night sort of deal? Do you think that's what it is? Or
No,
do you think
I tried my best to call what a strike was a strike. Even
Right.
if I did mess up, why am I going to compound that mistake
Right.
by continuing to say the wrong thing?
But do you think these umpires intentionally call certain pitches that are
I'm not
outside
kidding.
strikes?
And I know I'm sure this guy has always done this, but to me, it seems like a guy who wants a game to end quicker.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's unprofessional.
Is that a live feed to prefer?
No, I wish it was a live feed to prefer. This is like an iPad. I was using it yesterday on the shoot, and everyone was like, "Oh, you should start using this more."
What did Lonnie say?
Lonnie says Josh is an ump too.
Really? Okay.
That's dope. And then Kev says that umpire has checkered past. Wow. Anyway, he is the worst umpire in majors, and the league numbers tell the whole story, dude.
Yeah, they were showing the accuracy percentages were all below the league average on the broadcast.
See, that's like a certain thing where again, accountability.
Yeah.
Just like the players, if you're below this league average for an X amount of time, you go back to the minors to do better.
Right.
Are these? I mean, it might be kind of tough. I'm sure umpires aren't really like. I'm sure that their contracts aren't built like that. Like once you're in the majors, you're in the majors sort of deal, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tenure and stuff, but come on, no matter what we're talking about,
Josh B confirms.
Doing your job, there's no way that you can't be let go or reprimanded. I'm sorry.
Unless you're a weatherman.
Then we live in the wrong world.
Unless you're a weatherman or an umpire.
But that's the case. Everything isn't the Aaron Boone clubhouse. Okay.
How do you feel about Aaron Boone bugging out? By the way, dude,
It's a joke. It's
It
laughable.
really is a joke.
It's laughable, and I don't know. I'm hoping that this is the start of the Yankees realizing they need to fire him. I know the contract, muscle memory, they're not going to eat money, but Hal can't be happy right now. I know he cares about money, okay, and he's probably drinking, Tony, but it's embarrassing.
You
He
love
doesn't
the
wanna-
drinking.
The way you said it, I don't know.
I don't even know when that
one of
was,
those-
dude.
It's like when you
So
said
funny.
to boot. It's like when you said
Yeah.
to boot. It's the same thing. But yeah, so and all the fellow Yankee fans, we've had this conversation for weeks and weeks and weeks about me hanging in there, having hope. But last night, I have to say, really got me. And then afterwards, I was thinking about it more, and I'm like, well, if they win the next two, and then you restart and stuff. But it just shouldn't be like this, and you're just continuously not taking advantage of situations. You just completed what was a 3-4 homestand. You're 4 games under on the road right now. And last night, Michael K said it. I was texting Lonnie about this. They can't get the big one. The last 2 games, Tony, they've left 31 runners on base. 1
Jesus.
for 12 with runners in scoring position last night. The biggest hit that they got was a sac fly, their first run of the game
Oh,
from Billy McKinney in the 7th inning. And it just every time, bases loaded, nuts, bases loaded, 1 out, bases loaded, nuts, nothing, ground out, pop out, ground out, strikeout. Dylan Cease pitched 5 1/3 innings, 1 hit, walked 7, Tony, and we couldn't get any runs across from him.
dude.
7 and sure,
walks.
you know, it didn't help that Andrew Vaughn had that home run in the 2nd inning to set us back 2-0, but there were so many opportunities to score 4 runs, 6 runs, 8 runs, 10 runs, and to score 1 friggin' run cannot be more embarrassing to leave that many men on base. And then other than the McKinney sac fly, I mean, they made a big deal. Oh, Andrew Vaughn, what a play. Can you pull it up, actually? Because I honestly, I don't even think, I know, Bowers, you know, hit it 106 miles an hour. And the bases were loaded. There were 2 outs. Vaughn did feet first dive to the bag and get Jake Bowers by a step.
Diving stop?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like Jake Bowers, like you can just rope a single. Like it has to be a ground ball. Like I don't think, I think they were overdoing it. I don't think it was as great of a play as Michael Kay was alluding to. But that was like the hardest hit contact that you had. And it's just, I can't believe that they can't get clutch hits. They can't get big hits. And it just feels like it's so hard, no matter what the scenario is, to ever hit a home run. I mean, forget about getting let alone a single.
Oh, wow, dude. By the way, Blondie has a few words. Just before that homer given up, the Yankees should have had at least 2 runs themselves.
Yeah.
Fucking quacks, he says.
Yeah.
And he goes, I told you what you need to do last night, Double B. What do you say?
No, it's what Keith McPherson has said and all these other radio hosts, in addition to Lonnie, and I'm sure Josh B as well, and it seems like Kev do. But you know, they use the words you know, emotionally unattach yourself, not care.
Oh, wow.
Not good for your health and all that stuff. And it's just like, Tony, I'll pass it over to you. I mean, you know me. Does that
No, it does not sound like you. That's not gonna be you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then like obviously I'll be, you know, I'm not delusional. I know being 5.5 games back of the third wild card right now and having to jump 2 teams. I mean, and the fact that you can't even beat the Chicago White Sox, of course it seems unlikely that you're gonna make the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, I don't have any hope, I guess, at this point. But I still can't just be like, oh yeah, play it, and we'll continue.
Andrew Vaughn.
Tell me if this is a Gold Glove play.
What says.
That's a first base.
Don't even. Oh.
I mean, okay, beating him to the bag, I think was good, but I don't think the stop was all, you know, all worldly. No.
I'd like to see the stop. I mean, it was right down the first base line. I suppose it was good.
But let's play it again.
I guess they don't show you the. Let's see what we can do here. If we can pause it. I mean, that looks like a pretty significant dive right there.
It's a ground ball.
I will say, a hard hit ground ball.
But yet a ground ball. So that's like like, you know what I mean? Like Jake Bowers, like you can't line one. You have to hit it on the ground and like.
Oh yes, no, yeah.
Michael Kay, it would have rolled all the way to the wall, like and like all this stuff. And
well, Michael Kay's a fucking loser, so
line's gonna be tight. You.
It's okay, dude. It's okay.
What?
Oh, Lonnie says that was a great play,
what did he say before that?
Says that rope is going to strangle you if you don't let it go a little, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just I can't just sit here and just be like, listen. Besides the fact that I know it's a very good chance we're not gonna make the playoffs, but at the same time, I can't in my head just be like, oh yeah, and then you know, Boone and Hal are gonna stay. And they're going to have like the same starting lineup next year. That world just does not exist. And I really think a very embarrassing finish here, an under 500 finish, a last place finish, Tony. I think there will be a lot more changes than people think. I'm not saying Cashman.
Right.
I definitely could see Boone. and I think as much of a lineup turnover as possible. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
I'm talking last place under 500.
Yeah.
Which under 500 has not happened since 1991.
Wow.
So like they were
They would have to.
yeah. Because I feel like that's been Brian, Hal and Cashman's thing. Well, we found a way to, stay afloat and stuff. But if you don't, then you don't. Lonnie's saying that the K impression is funny.
Yeah.
No, one of the things, Lonnie, I think Tony's heard it. Me and Corey were cracking up when we were on our golf trip a couple weeks ago about how he has to every time, like whether it's the Yankees striking out or the other team striking out, he has to go swing and a miss. Like it's just like it's too much. I don't know if you've heard him do that.
Of course, I've heard him do it. He's a fucking loser, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh man, that's kind of funny, Tony. And then before the game too, Rodon on the injured list,
Yeah,
low grade hamstring, but
15-day IL?
Yeah, but I don't know with the building up rehab. I mean, I would think I would be hard pressed. I think he comes back, honestly.
Yeah, I would be as well.
Randy Vasquez not optioned up yet, but they're thinking he'll take a spot in the rotation.
Especially the hamstring too. Always a little
Hammies
tricky.
are tough, like the tummies, right?
Yes.
So I'm pretty tight, dude.
Ooh,
And
yo, speaking of tight though, Lonnie says,
watch your mouth, Tony.
What are you gonna do about it, bro? What's up?
And I'll do my pick on this in a second, but tonight 8-10 back at it. Clark Schmidt, who's pitched well of recent especially, up against Touki Toussaint, Tony.
I heard he's pretty good.
Toussaint is 1-4, 3.92. But with that type of numbers here, I feel like he's okay. I guess he goes like 5 innings and stuff, but whatever. He's not that good. Last start against Texas, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 homers, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. I would not be surprised. Dylan Cease just said last night if 5 shutout innings, maybe 5 no-hit innings, 8 strikeouts to probably start this game, right? Or no?
Yeah, it could happen, dude. I don't think so, though. I don't think it will. Toussaint popped. What was his last start?
I just said it. Now listen.
Not even 5 innings, you said? Or 5 innings?
5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 home runs allowed,
Against
4
who?
walks against Texas.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. Do they win these next 2 games?
Win the next 2. Who's pitching tomorrow?
The worst pitcher in the league. You know him. 12 ERA in July. I know you know, Tony. I feel like this is a Tony fake out right here. Should be removed from the rotation. I guess that Cubby's coffee has something in it. Some Buca.
I think it doesn't have any caffeine. Maybe did you give me
Severino-
decaffeinated coffee?
Severino.
Is this like a joke, dude? Is this a joke?
Severino,
Severino.
Tony.
That's not good, dude.
Honestly,
and you think
it
they're winning
scared
next
me
2?
that you forgot that.
That's all right, dude. It's been a long
I
morning,
think they might get swept, honestly.
It may seem that way.
But what do you think? Next 2, what's gonna happen?
I think win today, lose tomorrow.
So another embarrassing series loss.
Yeah, kind of tough to the White Sox, huh, dude?
Yeah. It's like
Severino, dude. What a loser.
yeah. So
We watched him pitch,
yeah.
We watched it.
We did? Come on, Tony.
Dude, come on.
3-run homer in the first, the air out of the stadium. Enough.
I know you were trying not to remember it.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame me?
No.
Billy's, dude.
Always a good time, dude. They're drinking.
Yes, dude. Yes.
What
Are,
do you got, dude?
oh yeah. I was trying to think. I was saying Jay, we got to get Jay to go to a Rangers game because he'll have time before he leaves, right? Because he's leaving. Is it January or December?
January. Oh yeah, dude. We'll have
Plenty of
the
like couple
fall.
months of the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He'll be in though. Has he been to a Rangers game?
Ever?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you could see him being like all
So
in
riled
for
for hockey. Absolutely, dude.
We'll get a good
The
deal.
Garden, too,
Even
dude.
if we have to watch them play the Coyotes, we'll do it.
I'll put yeah. let's do
You've
it.
been there for a Coyotes game. Great game.
Yes, dude. Great game. Phenomenal game, dude.
Down 3-0. Won like 7-3
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Almost like beating the Cubs 11-2.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I mean, you want to talk unbelievable? Let's see, where is it? There it is, dude.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. Not that it really matters or anything, but you know, you had the Mets.
Well, it's just the way
Come
you
on,
say
dude,
it. Though.
like,
I'm not used to the iPad, Tony. Honestly, it seems like you're like watching a movie over there, not paying attention.
neither am I, honestly. I feel kind of like there's too much going on, dude.
A little
honestly.
bit,
I really
a little
don't like it, to be honest. I just think it's like why do I really need all this around me? Probably not, but
Yeah.
This is the setup we're going with today. And tomorrow, I guess we'll see where I lie. And I guess it is
Play
kind
it where it lies or no?
dude, that you got to play where it lies. You know,
Yeah.
you can't really do much about it. But looking at this game, you mentioned the score 11-2, which is, I suppose, a breath of fresh air. In terms of most recently the Mets, doing the opposite, which is giving up a lot of runs, not scoring enough runs, or just losing games 2-0, something like that. So here we go, starting the home standoff right, with the big W, Kadai Senga, pitching 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks, through 85 pitches. Probably could have gone into the 7th inning, but there was a heavy rain delay for, I don't know, like 2 hours maybe. This game was, maybe over around midnight, 12:30, so kind of tough.
Full 27.
The full 27 ounce, baby. I thought they were gonna call it because
Did you watch it?
No, no. At that point, it was like again, like I don't know, 11 o'clock. I was in bed. I wasn't gonna be. They couldn't do it, dude. And it was the 7th inning. Like should have just called it. Talking to Lonnie actually about it. It's like, dude, come on. It was 7-2 going into the 7th.
I just saw this because you said Lonnie.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about doesn't matter. And then you're talking rain delay, not staying up. But like what he was saying, how are you with that right now with the Mets? Like, does it bother? Do you think about it at some point every day and get really tight?
Yeah, most of today, like during the sports board is where I really get the most tight because obviously I'm talking about it. It's just like it just sucks, dude.
I feel like it's just a damper on the day to start. As soon as I wake up,
dude.
That's like I'm thinking about.
I mean, it's just not. Yeah, it's just not exciting to talk about because it's like it doesn't matter, dude. We're 10 games under 500.
Yeah.
And never did I ever think during the entire season even that we would make it to 10. Even at the trade deadline, I was like, we're not going to be 10 games under.
10 is ridiculous.
Like
maybe if you say, we had some injuries, we finished at 500 or something, like whatever. But 10, and then trading Scherzer and Verlander because they were that bad.
Ridiculous.
Not really Verlander, but more Scherzer.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then we have to wait so long, Tony, just to get to spring training.
Yeah. And it's tough, dude. But I guess they did hit well. Everyone hit well, which makes sense because Peter 2 home runs, 33 home runs on the season, batting average up to 225.
Get that trade value up, baby.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think he's going anywhere, but that's just
what percent you get dealt?
20%. I'm
gonna say 50.
That's ridiculous. 50-50 shot? No.
Refill the cupboard.
No.
Also, Kev Du, Josh B, Lonnie. We want to ask you: would it be in the Mets' best interest to get a king's ransom for Peter Alonso?
No, it wouldn't.
Let's see what they say.
I think they're wrong if they say yes. Anyway. Oh yeah. You had Drew Smiley pitching to you. Someone who's given up probably over 20 home runs in his last 5 starts. So it's like 20 runs, I should say, not 20 home runs, but he has, I think a 5-something ERA. It should be something where you do hit him. Like this is something that the Mets should have been doing all season long, really.
Right?
And it sucks that they're doing it now against the Cubs team here. But we know early and often, as it happens so much, Alonso in the bottom of the first, 3-run homer with Alvarez and Lindor on base. I mean, you love to see that. With specifically Lindor and Alvarez on base, a nice towering home run to left center field, making it 3-0 early. Cody Bellinger, you saw though, answer quick as Senga was dealing with a little bit, I guess as he typically does with some issues, but RBI single from Bellinger makes it 3-1, but then Alonso up again, dude, bottom of the third here, Lindor on base. Talk about towering 423 feet to to center field. Makes it 5-1 early on. And then top of the 5th, Cody Bellinger, another RBI single, someone who would have been nice, if you were probably approaching, the playoffs and being competitive, you probably could have picked him up from the Cubs, but obviously, it didn't really matter. So you really
his value since we last talked about it, I mean,
huge.
I really think he's a lock for 150.
I think so too, dude.
And you were talking 80 originally.
Yeah, it is kind of ridiculous how he's kind of making a little bit more of a name for himself. After that, nice Roz, dude, walked Nimmo, ground out and double play. But he did score Mendick. And then after that, in the 7th, Mendick homers, excuse me. With what you know, and again, Lindor on base, dude. Lindor had a great night too, made it 10-2 right there. And then Alonso RBI single, making 11-2 in the 8th inning. After that, you know, you had Drew Smith come out for an out in the 8th, and then Yucca Bonus come in for the 9th, and then for the 9th here. You know, he pitched an inning, 8 pitches, got 1K. Yucca Bonus isn't someone I could see being on this team for much longer, though. At least for next season, at least, because he kind of sucks. But I mean, you look at the lineup here, you know, where against the Baltimore Orioles, where you had some hits, you know, from the top half of your lineup, but nothing from the bottom. You know, we definitely improved a little bit. Mendick seems to be hitting pretty well his past couple games. You know, 2 for 4 last night with 3 RBIs. McNeil was 1 for 2 with a walk last night, and then obviously we know about Alonso, 3 for 4. 2 runs, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs. Lindor, 3 for 4, scoring 3 times with 1 walk there. And we know about Alvarez, who went 1 for 4, scored twice, walked once. Nimmo struggling to lead off, though, 0 for 5 last night, but didn't really matter because the middle of the lineup, the back end of your lineup was batting really well against a team of the Cubs here. And again, I guess it was nice to see, you know, rain delay. Came back after a couple hours. Bats were still hot, you know. It was nice to see an 11-2 victory. I think we have like a 10-game home streak right now.
Yeah.
So 10-game home stand, I should say. So it's like you're 10 games under. Let's try and finish out the season 500. Maybe a game above.
Now, Lonnie says no, keep him face of the team.
Yeah, great.
And I guess my question to you would be, is there a limit for years and dollars for you?
I mean, yeah, of course there's a little bit of a limit. You know, you don't want to go crazy here. But I mean, I think at this point it's give him almost like whatever he wants.
What if he wants 10 years?
For how much?
400 million.
$40 million a year is a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Judge got.
Yeah.
And I guess he's what? Because he's 28, right? Alonso?
Yeah.
So take him to his because wait, actually, he has 1 year of arbitration after this year, right?
I think so, yeah.
So 29. So it would basically take him to like 39, 40 years old.
Yeah.
40 million a year. No opt-outs, no trade clause.
Mm-hmm.
What if it, he said, I'm gonna sign with San Diego or I'll sign with you guys. 10 years, 40 million, no trade.
And that is it like San Diego is also like that's what they're offering?
Yeah, same deal.
I mean, you can't let them take it.
But you would be a little tight that you had to go to that extent.
Yeah, I would be a little tight because I don't think he's worth that much, honestly.
What do you think he's worth?
I mean, if he wants 10 years, I don't know, 350.
Okay. Which is obviously still a lot, but
Still a lot, but it's like,
yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, like your batting average kind of sucks.
Right.
You've had some spotty plays in the field.
Mm-hmm.
You could certainly, be more athletic. So it's like you have things to work on.
To get in better shape?
Yeah, I do think so.
I think he's a little jacked though, no?
No, yeah, he's got mass.
Yeah.
But he's got to be a little bit more like just I don't know, just like do some agility stuff.
So you think
run
he's
some
like
ladders,
the Corbin
dude.
Burns type of build?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, again, like he certainly lifts. He certainly has power. And obviously the power works for him because he's hitting 33 home runs this season. But I don't know, dude. I mean, there's plays at first base where he just kind of blows it. And I think it's, if he was a little quicker on his feet, it would help. Again, like I'm not saying like lose 20 pounds.
Right.
Like just run the ladder, like do agility drills, get quicker feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like big men can have quick feet. You got to work on it though.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily lose weight.
Right.
Just get quicker feet, dude. When you're playing the infield, man, you got to be a little bit on your toes.
Yeah.
No,
I think you're definitely right about that. Kev trying to get a deal here.
8-year
280. I mean, obviously Tony's going to sign for that any day of the week.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're getting away with less than 300 million from Peter.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But I don't know.
I think 35 a year is more.
And there's no Tony
on,
like number of prospects that where you would sign off on it.
I mean, it doesn't matter about number. It'd be a matter of Are they ready now to come up?
Yeah, ready now.
Ready now.
And you got
And they got to be like
2 top 50 and then another 2 top
I'm talking
100.
like 2 top 10, dude.
All right, 2 top 10 and then 2 top 100.
Is one of them a first baseman?
One of them's a pitcher.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I say like no matter how like it still would hurt a little bit.
Of course it would.
Yeah, but it probably would be the right move.
And it probably would if you're talking like a pitcher that's kind of like these guys are almost basically guarantees to be locks to be your everyday starters.
And then you have the control over them.
Yeah, and then they're younger. You got them for a little bit cheaper. You got rid of Alonso, I suppose. And again, like, I mean, listen, I understand, like, Pete so far has been amazing for the Mets. Like I say, he's the face of the Mets for sure. He definitely shows up to play. You really haven't had many issues. He does have a good mentality. He certainly has improved his game, since he started with the Mets. But I don't know. I mean, you never know what happens to these guys. You know, whether it's injury, him getting a little bit older, losing some power,
concrete slab in right field.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, again, like this season, the home runs are great, but it's like his average is low.
Right.
Some of his fielding is kind of shoddy. It's like what, like you got, like what happened, dude?
You could have been 15 under instead of 10 under.
Yeah,
without him.
Honestly.
Yeah. State of New York, Tony. Good news for you though. You did take the lead back in the pick segment.
Let's have to go.
A 0-3 night last night. So you are now up 8-7. I'm guessing to start, you're gonna go back to the well or no?
I mean, dude, tonight. I mean, I was really happy with Senga. Tyone's been pitching well recently. Carlos Carrasco has not been pitching well recently.
Due for one though.
Stop it, Brian. Don't try and convince me to lose a game.
But didn't he have like 8 innings one game?
Yeah, like fucking
in April.
Yeah, May, maybe, dude. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, he sucks, dude. Like, you're better off putting Renee out there. Like, honestly.
I think so.
I think so too. Because they'd probably be fooled by how slow the pitches are. They'd be like, couldn't know what to do.
I feel like as she like walked out to the mound, she would go like, "You're punked," like that. Yeah, I think she has a vision. Definitely.
So I don't know, dude. It's really tough for me to go with the Mets tonight. I understand they had such an offensive explosion last night, but just look at the way Tyone's been pitching. I understand he's 6-6 with a 5.3 ERA. And I guess it really hasn't been great, but I mean his last 5 starts were all resulted in wins for the Cubs. He started against Cincinnati, 5 innings, 2 earned runs. St. Louis, 6 innings, 1 earned run. St. Louis again, 5 2/3, 1 earned run. And he did have, earlier in July, I think it was, talk about 8 shutout innings against the Yankees.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count.
So I mean, I guess it's certainly possible. I don't know that the Mets hit on him, but it's just like Carlos Carrasco. I mean, bro, we're talking 21 runs in his last 4 starts.
Unbelievable.
Like, it kind of is ridiculous.
Minor league contract with Pittsburgh in the offseason. Comeback player of the year.
Dude, 2 of his last 3 starts didn't make it past 3 innings.
Yeah, that's bad.
Washington and Boston both lasted 2 1/3. He gave up 10 hits against Boston in 2 1/3 innings. I mean, it just seems like everything he has is just so hittable, bro. Kansas City, 6 innings, 6 earned runs, no strikeouts.
Who do you think is more likely to go 6 scoreless, him or Sevy?
Sevy.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Talk about an indictment.
I know, dude. So so the question now becomes not do I avoid this game, but do I take the Cubs, dude?
Wow.
I know it's so tough, dude, because you really look at it, and it's like, how much confidence do you really have in the Mets? And sometimes, I have picked against the Mets.
And it's worked out.
It has worked out. I think it's like 50-50 chance. But I think tonight's going to be one of those times where it's going to be Cubs. Bellinger goes deep. Tyone throws 6 scoreless. Bullpen for the Mets continues to blow it. Carrasco continues to blow it. Even if they have offense, I really can't see them not giving up enough runs. Unfortunately, to me, I do think they fall 11 games under 500. So give me the Cubs winning this game. 6-3.
All right. I am going to go with the Yankees again. Clark Schmidt, I feel good about. So,
wow.
Give me 6 scoreless out of Clark, 8 strikeouts. And and they have an offensive explosion, scoring 4 runs. And I think Judge, it's been a minute since he's homered. I think he'll go deep. And I want to say bullpen does the job. Clay Holmes, another save. Seems like everybody else is kind of burnt out. We saw Tommy Canley struggle a little bit last night again, which is a little concerning.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 4-1 Yankees get game 2. Hope to salvage with Luis Severino on Wednesday. And if he gets bombed again, as your mother is saying, we're going to say to Sevy, goodbye, fella.
Bye, Mom. Have fun at work.
Enjoy. More than
Gotta call
watching
Mom.
Luis Severino on the mound.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So that's what I got for number 1. What do you got for number 2? Number 2.
Number 2, you're going to love my pick, dude. You're going to absolutely love this pick. And I'll tell you why you don't love it. Because I'm picking the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
They're in Oakland.
All right.
In the A's.
So you're copying me. Fading the A's.
You got to fade the A's.
All right.
But most importantly, dude, on the mound for the Rangers, Max Scherzer.
Against JP Sears, though, no?
Against JP Sears?
That's a mistake. JP Sears,
Stop it, dude.
one of the
Stop
more
it. Stop
underrated
it.
starters in the league.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
How does it not matter?
Because I'm going to tell you right now why it doesn't matter. Okay, I understand it's going to be a second start for Texas for Max. Last start, 6 innings against the White Sox, 3 earned runs. I think he's going to throw 7 innings, 1 earned run ball. Okay?
Ridiculous.
He's going to hit double-digit Ks, 10 Ks. And then on top of that, I mean, the Rangers, whether, JP Sears gets popped or not, I just feel like any bullpen guy, come on, dude, absolutely torch him. Well, again, JP Sears does not really go past 5 innings a lot. I understand with pitch well against Dodgers, 5 innings, only 2 earned runs, but Rangers. Maybe he goes 5-3, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, score more in the bullpen. Rangers, they win.
Rangers.
5-2. Max Scherzer, second start, second win at the Rangers. Let's go, dude.
Yeah,
Let's go.
but I don't.
Let's go.
I just don't
No,
want to
no,
hear
get him
tomorrow
wins. Get him wins. Get him
you
wins.
giving him too much credit
Get him
because
wins.
like he strikes out 10 or something. It's like it's the A's, Tony. Like let's see him do that.
Okay. I mean, how many excuses are you
Against
gonna make?
Houston.
Every start, you're gonna make excuses, dude?
Well, last start sucks.
Last start,
okay, for a guy that makes $40 million a
dude,
year,
6 innings,
a
3 earned runs, win.
450 earned run average is not a good start. I don't care if they win.
No, it's not. But people do care if they win. People care about the wins, dude.
Yeah, for a big segment.
10-4 record.
You know what just kills
Pretty good.
me? Like, and they still have Medina and Waldichuk in addition to Sears, but JP Sears, controllable free agent in 2029, Tony, and not even arbitration eligible till 2026. So basically, you get him for the whole prime of his career for nothing.
Brutal.
And we give 2 other pitchers. He's 2-8 this year, 2.5 WAR, which is pretty good. 4.07. And let's see, in terms of 103 hits and 121 innings, so that's a good ratio. 25 home runs is a lot. I'll give you that. But he struck out 111. So
yeah.
I don't know. I could see him pitching decently well tonight.
I don't know. We'll see.
But I'm gonna fade the former Met himself, Trevor Williams, who's been struggling with Washington.
Game
and
1?
the former Met, game 1.
Yeah.
The former
Zach
Met
Wheeler?
himself, Zach Wheeler, I think will go 6 scoreless. I think Bryce Harper, grand slam. And I want to say the Phillies over the Nationals, 6-1.
Wow.
Game 1.
6-1 game 1. I wonder who's. I mean, maybe we'll take game 2. Let's see who game 2 is. Ranger Suarez against Josiah Gray. I'm not gonna stay away from that, dude. I don't trust the Phillies. I don't trust the Nationals. I don't trust anybody, dude. But my last pick, I'm gonna go with the Brewers. Why not, dude? Wade Miley on the mound, 3.01 ERA on the season. Look at his last few starts. Not terrible. Washington only 4 innings, but 1 earned run. But Cincinnati, 6 innings, no earned runs. Cleveland, 6 innings, no earned runs. Pretty low in the strikeouts, but I think up against Kyle Freeland, I think the Brewers, Christian Yelich, who has, I think, 16 home runs, 63 RBIs, leading the team with RBIs, by the way, and leading the team in batting average 290. I think people are, maybe Yelich, a little bit of a resurgent year. I know the power isn't there, but the average is good, dude. And the runs batted in, he's batting cleanup. mostly in this lineup here. Coming in on base, it's almost a guarantee here. So give me the Brewers winning this game. I'll keep it kind of lower scoring though, maybe 4-3. 4-3. 4-3. Let's do it.
I'm just doing an emergency.
Okay. Emergency IL.
IL
Depth chart. Who is it?
No. It just, I don't know how I deleted a couple of things, but I knew what it was. So actually I was able to.
Are you cheating, Brian? Come on.
Yeah,
dude.
it's cheating when you're winning like the last 4 pick segments.
Yeah, but now it's getting to you, dude. And then you go, Tony has the lead. I got to delete some stuff, dude.
He can't see what I'm doing.
The laptop, dude. The laptop. We don't know.
The iPad.
The iPad. Oh, the iPad. Dude, do it. Confiscate it.
Confiscate it. Yeah.
Search it.
Full search.
See what I got, dude.
All right.
Bless you. What do you got?
So third and final here.
Didn't you already do 3? Oh no, this is your.
No,
third.
I took the Yankees and the Phillies.
Yankees, Philly. Wow.
I am gonna
Really
go
drawing this out, dude.
with the Dodgers. Tony's mice.
Dodgers.
Urias.
Wow.
Having a poor season actually. 4.69 ERA, 8-6 though.
They also haven't been doing well against
$180
Diamondbacks.
million. The Diamondbacks are only 1 game over 500.
Who cares?
The Dodgers are 19 under, and they have Fat on the mound.
Let's get that done, America.
PFAADT, 0-5, 7.11 ERA. So I think this is a game where, maybe they score 4 in the first inning. I could see Freeman having like 5 hits. I think this is an onslaught. All that momentum after taking 3 out of 4 from San Diego. Urias, I think 7 innings, 2 earns, 8 strikeouts. Oh yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers all over the D-backs. I'm gonna say 10-2. How about that?
I'm surprised, dude. You've rarely faded the D-backs this season, dude.
Yeah, but they've
Very
struggled.
rarely.
They've struggled.
They have struggled. I know. It's actually kind of crazy. 1 game over now. But I will tell you, I think this year, Diamondbacks are 5-3 against the Dodgers.
Yeah, but they suck. They were playing well in the beginning of the year, not recently.
I know. Their last series, I guess they had a 4-game series. How much did they play them? What the fuck? Game 8. What? They put them so much, I feel like. It's crazy. The last game, Diamondbacks won 11-6. Game before that, won 12-8. But they haven't scored like that, really since then. So you never know, dude. You never know. But good pick, Freddie Freeman. I mean, how do you go against Freddie Freeman?
It's unbelievable.
The guy's like an American icon.
And you know who had the same contract as Freddie Freeman?
Who?
Carlos Rodon. Yep.
I know.
Because that ended up working out.
Dude. Rodon?
Yeah.
For the Angels.
The Angels.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking Anthony Rendon for some reason.
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon for the Yankees. I mean, in terms of working out, like you mean, like have
next year,
Yeah, but no, like because you compare his contract to Freeman's,
right?
Like, is Rodon going to be like having a Freddie Freeman impact on the Yankees?
No,
no
I'm
way,
saying,
dude. No way.
So it was a 6-year deal. So let's just say this year is a loss. But the next 5, his ERA will be under 4. And he'll make at least 80% of his starts.
80% of the starts, huh? I mean, I don't know, dude. The injuries seem to be
missing a 5th is still a lot. Oh, by the way, David Cohen last night on the broadcast, I was going to mention this to you, said inner third.
Come on.
Not kidding. Because I think that's where I got it from. I must.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember him specifically saying it, but
so you got it from him. He didn't get it from us.
Well, he could have actually got it from us. He could have listened to Sports Board.
That'd be kind of fucking crazy. But I will say Rodon, I think ERA like sub 4, but 80% of his starts, I don't think 60, 65 maybe, dude.
At least can you give me next year all-star season? Velocity back up to 98 consistently.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. And then that was all he had left.
Oh,
telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Tough. Injuries, dude. It's going to be left and right, I feel. The hamstring now.
Well, I think they're going to trade Glaber.
It's going to be the shoulder next month.
Probably some other prospects for a pitcher in the offseason.
I like that. Who do you want?
Luzardo?
Really? Not bad.
I would do it.
What's the deal with Sandy's contract?
Did he do some pre-arbitration buyout?
I think so.
No, the Marlins don't usually pay people.
5-year, $56 million contract with the Marlins, including a $1.5 million starting bonus, $56 million guaranteed, an annual salary of $11.2. In 2023, he will earn $6 million while carrying a total salary of $6.3 million. Unrestricted free agent after 2028. Club option 2027.
Interesting. Manageable, but they're gonna want a lot for that. But he's not having the type of
dude.
season that
I
warrants.
know
it.
he's having a tough season.
But
so
is
that's
that
why.
the time to trade?
But for Miami, no. If
for
I'm
the-
Miami, I double down.
But I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's probably not who you're gonna get.
I mean, odds are he's gonna have a bounce back season next year. I feel
You would think so.
you would think so, and I would think Miami would think so. So
What about Dylan Cease, Tony? I know one hit only allowed last night, but 7 walks. ERA
Yeah,
over
kinda
4
tough,
this year.
dude.
Velocity down. White Sox hung on to him. I mean, do you think he rebounds next year?
no, I don't think so, dude.
Really? What is it though?
I just feel like he's been too inconsistent
Yeah.
over the past couple of years. Even if he does rebound, I don't know how much I trust it, dude. Because I feel like 2 years ago, it's like where were you, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and then did you see the thing about the Orioles broadcaster getting like suspended and stuff?
Yeah, what the hell? Dude, I listened to it on Twitter, and like obviously the tagline is like, "Oh, he's indefinitely suspended for what he said," and I thought it was gonna be something like not PC or offensive. What I don't even know what he said, to be honest. I watched the whole video, I didn't catch it, and then you called, and then you were here, so I didn't.
Oh, okay. So basically, and actually, now that you mentioned that, I forgot I parked on the street. Hopefully, no one took my car.
I hate parking on the street. Dude.
Yeah,
it's kind of bullshit.
terrible. Probably someone
Like,
hit it. Honestly,
dude, literally, I'm scared of my car out there, dude. It's bullshit.
But yeah, he basically just showed a graph of how I think it was like the O's had won 1 out of the last 17 series against the Rays or something like that. Might be exaggerating a little bit. That's all I did was just say, I mean, this is how big it would be. They're up 3-2 in the season series. They could finally win the season series for the first time, and that was it. Done. Peter Angelos, and I know he's older, so it might be his sons, but I guess they're very sensitive. So
I mean,
that's
is
what
that
they did.
like?
And then everybody's coming to the defense of Michael Kay and talking Yanks. Like, oh, this is why they got to be careful. They can't rip how too much. But also,
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude.
I feel
Honestly.
like talking Yanks does rip the Yankees as much as possible.
They do.
So I don't think they're really concerned about that. Michael Kay, he does play into the Cashman getting a job tomorrow narrative, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's buddy with Boone, Cashman.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I think that's one of the weakest things I've ever seen.
This doesn't make any sense. I mean, I still just don't get it, dude. As
Yeah.
I'm all over the place right now, dude.
And then a lot of people too, like we're saying, is everybody, is now expecting like, oh, Yankees are going to make the playoffs. The excuses, will be, the injuries killed us. Judge was out. Talking about Rodon. Excited for a couple minor leaguers next year to play big roles. And then to keep Cashman and Boone in place. Do you think that is the route they're going to go, or do you think it really just is dependent if it is a complete crash the rest of this season that they might make some more moves than maybe people expect?
I think it still needs to be a complete crash, yeah, for them to make the move. So I say if things stay status quo and they finish above 500, maybe even in the clutch of getting a wild card spot or something like that, there's gonna be a reason to bring them back, Boone and Cashman. So if that's the change you want, I think it's gonna have to be a complete, absolute dumpster fire from here on out.
A lot of hype about Everson Pereira, a guy that actually Corey had at Somerset, combined with Dublin AAA this year, 15 homers, 56 RBI, 7 steals, 309 average, solid fielder, 22 years old.
Where is he right now?
AAA. So hitting 340 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre in 24 games, 5 homers, slugging 570.
Do you have a scouting report from Corey, or like, is he a nice guy?
Yeah, I heard he's the man. And then he thought he was going to be traded, but I don't know, man. I feel like we could really use that. A righty, of course. That's the thing. We need lefties. I feel like, I mean, if I was the general manager of the Yankees, I mean, I would have at least half the lineup be lefties.
Yeah.
It's like, who's the lefty?
I
Ben
think-
Vet? Anthony Rizzo?
Has anyone switched hitter? Is Volpe switched hitter? Gleyber Torres?
Nope. Nobody's.
Really?
No one.
Matt Carpenter switched hitter.
No. but we have Billy McKinney and Jake Bowers. Bowers, I guess,
Harrison
has been
Bader's
okay. No,
Come on, dude.
but McKinney, I knew a long time ago had to go. Bowers is okay, but you need more left-handed pop. If you had to give me a percentage, Yankees third wildcard spot.
66%.
Wow,
Pretty high, right?
Higher than what I'm going to say.
What did you say? 50?
No,
45.
25.
Come on.
How many times do we had to see this garbage with the offense?
I know, dude. What's the deal with that? Sean Casey?
He's obviously going to go back to the booth after this season.
Back to the studio, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, are they really? Oh, gosh, dude.
I mean, five and a half back, Tony, and then they have to leap Toronto and Seattle. And I hate to say it, but I feel like those teams have better rosters.
Aaron Judge 2 for 4, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Tell me no one else can.
1 for
Yeah.
12.
Stanton, what are you doing? DH and
Yeah.
203 average,
Complete
dude.
dejection.
Ben Rodvet.
Sucks. And Austin Wells.
You need a catcher, huh? You guys need a
Austin
catcher.
Wells.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Hopefully next year, but it's tough. So I'll try my best to get through it. Oh, good way to kind of cap it, Tony.
I guess so, dude.
Other than that, though, anything else you wanted to mention here on the way out?
If you guys haven't watched Screen Time, 8 a.m. episode, I know it's super early, so you guys probably missed it. Go check it out. Great episode. We talked Twisted Metal, The Exorcist, dude. It was a good episode. How to
Jackass.
be a jackass, dude.
Still can't believe you think that's funny. Really, it hurts me. It hurts me inside.
Stop it, dude. Come
But
on.
the examples that I said, I mean, how is that funny though?
Kicking someone in the nuts. Watching someone get kicked in the nuts is funny. Come on, dude.
I can't believe people make a lot of money for that. It's disgusting. It really is.
Some people say that about what you do.
What?
right.
Crazy thing to say.
No.
It's not funny. Okay. But anyway, Tony.
Gotta go.
I
Busy
mean,
day
hey,
today?
say that again.
Busy day today?
Yeah. You know who I'm actually seeing after this?
Sean?
Al.
Oh, wait, no kidding.
Yeah.
Like-
Taking a look at a couple of things at his house.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah. So that'll be good.
Coffee on the way?
No, 2 cups. Try to keep it to that. you
Okay.
know. We'll see if we get him.
Yeah.
I'm starving though, by the way. Too. I don't want
Dude,
a protein
me
bar. I want
too,
something
dude.
substantial,
wanna
Tony.
hear-
Haven't had Gaetanos in a while.
You know what did I do? Was it yesterday? Oh, lunch. Not Gaetano's, but oh fuck. Renee would know is a deli right next to her house where she lives, towards Sacred Heart. Crown Cafe, dude. First time been there. Very like a little bit of an A&S vibe, but not as Italian.
Yep.
But they have little small groceries, whatever. All your delis and meats. Had chicken salad sandwich, delicious. Manny got the pastrami Reuben.
Oh,
Had that, delicious.
can't beat a good Reuben.
Renee had a steak and cheese wrap. Had a bite of that, delicious. And the owner, who was working the counter, making the sandwiches, which is pretty crazy, dude. Handgun on the hip.
Never going back.
I mean, hey, listen, you're in the middle of Bridgeport, dude. You never know.
Yeah.
Sketchy area for sure.
I don't. Yeah.
But it was just definitely. It was like,
Gaetanos, Tony.
dude. Never have I ever seen a man make me a deli sandwich while having a gun on his hip, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Handgun right there.
Lonnie saying, "Great show, guys. Rep the company.
Appreciate
We
that,
always
Lonnie.
appreciate that. Appreciate Josh B.
Appreciate
Kev-
you being the
Kev
real Lonnie.
Du, everybody for tuning in today. That's great stuff.
Muchacho.
I think it is
Hola.
lunchtime, Tony, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. We're trying to get a new client. Pizzeria in Westport. Going there today, trying their pizza, talking to them about being one. Them.
What's the pizza place?
I don't know what it's called. Just opened up though. Michael knows it. Yeah,
Oh,
talk to
okay.
Michael. I'm sure we'll tell you about the pizza. We'll send you a
Yeah.
photo in the group. Getting a few
Slices.
Although you may have to go like first time you try it, you may want to do the whole pie.
The
to see what
pie, the
it's like, dude.
experience. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So pizza for lunch today, Brian. Think about
I honestly might get that. I don't want to just because I'm trying to like be good.
don't
for
do
the-
it, dude. It's
for
fucking,
the
it's
inner
Tuesday.
third
It's
of the
Tuesday,
week,
dude.
you know?
Keep it for the weekend. We can go crazy.
Really, if you think about it, this is the inner third of the week,
Yeah. Is it?
or it's almost
wouldn't it
outer
be the outer third. It just started, dude.
Technically, because I forgot Sunday is considered, but whatever. Sorry. But yeah, great show. Shout out to the company. Really appreciate everybody tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee in costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Go Mets!
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.